Last day of January, 31st. How you doing, people? Monday. Sometimes when I take a few days off, then I kind of like get into the thing, well, I don't want to make a video. So I'm going to just do it quick today and say hello, smile, coffee. I'm going to keep it brief. Phil Collins had a birthday yesterday. This was my introduction to Phil Collins, not Genesis. Flaming Youth, Art 2, came out in 1969. I got this as a cutout, probably in 1970. And I liked it right away, and I also noticed Phil Collins right away. I noticed the drumming. I like drumming. But when he sings, he has a couple of solos where he sings here, has a good voice. I like his voice better than the main guy here. Flaming Youth, the band he was with before he joined Genesis. I think I first heard Genesis maybe in 1971. But I heard Bill Collins 69 or 70. He was a great drummer, because he can't play anymore. And because I was following Genesis all along, I could tell that when his solo music came out and it seemed like it was purposely commercial, I already knew that that wasn't the case, that he was doing what he wanted and following his personal tastes. And so happy birthday to Phil Collins. There's probably others, but that's the one I want to share. I was getting into some 90s music. I wasn't thinking of it like that, but then when you post, then you get that strata of people responding. And I love the Smiths. What difference does it make? And the other songs. These things take time back to the old house. Great songs. Morrissey really is a great lyricist. He is. And then a slight bit of controversy. Someone who didn't know what they were talking about was trying to tell me that this is not a first edition, that the Morrissey cover is the first edition. No, this was the first one to come out. No, the Smiths on the front cover. That's Terrance Stamp. I bought this as soon as it got to Omaha. So I had a copy of this before they issued the Morrissey, which I addressed with the people trying to give me guff, I swear it feels like some people give me guff because they don't know me, and they also don't think I know what I'm talking about. Happens, so I'm not imagining it. Here's another one. You Made Me Realize, the one where My Bloody Valentine basically set the mold for their noise sound. This is fantastic, and it's fantastic that I have it on vinyl because it's very rare and hard to find. Love this sound. Love it. Kimio Mizutani, A Path Through Haze, Japanese guitarist. This is a sought-after album, and for good reason. It's just very good. A mixture of jazz, fusion, and progressive rock with orchestra. The cover doesn't do it justice at all. This is really, really good. A Path Through Haze. Look it up and see how much an original this would cost you. This is not an original. And a deceptive jazz album by Archie, Shepp, Blase. Jeannie Lee takes up quite a bit of this album, singing. And it's fine, but that's not why I get the Archie Shepp albums. So when he finally blows on the last track on this album, he blows the doors off. Archie Shepp, Blase. This is some potent stuff. The way that these albums came about through Giorgio Gomelski and typical exploitation, a lot of these musicians didn't make anything, but we got some really good music out of it. And I do like this actual series on Big. I do like it and collect it. One album from last year that I picked up, I'm glad I did, newer band, Gojira. however you say it, Fortitude. Really like this band. I like where they're coming from. There's depth to what they're singing about. There's humanity involved. The drumming is incredibly good. And they have a style. The ripping. It's a Gojira, however you say the name. I didn't look it up. They have a sound. I like this band. One more. Italian progressive rock. This is not one of the top tier ones, but it's a good one. Blocco Mentale. With that title in, is that Greek or Latin? This is a reissue, and it's on gold vinyl. This is a noisy colored vinyl pressing. So for whatever they had to put into the vinyl to give it the color, it made the vinyl noisy, which sucks. But this is a good album. Flute and keyboard, progressive rock. I love it. So this week, back into some music. I started practicing bass last night because I took the whole week off. And it doesn't take about a day or two for your chops to start going. So I have work to do this week, so I'm getting in shape for it, practice-wise, on the bass. How are you all doing?